Hello everyone, I hope you're well. This is CoinsKid, just going to dive into Bitcoin, big CoinsKid crew. Thank you for support, okay? Thank you for liking the videos and your subscription on YouTube. So right now the CBBI is currently sitting at 23. It was only last week, around about Friday, wasn't it? Week on Friday, it was around about 13 I think we got down to. And everyone was really fearful. At that time, you know, everyone was expecting to close below the weekly 20 EMA as well. And I said to you, you've got the weekly close ahead of you. Don't get too bearish, you know. We've not put in a statement yet of losing a 20-week EMA. And, you know, the possibility is that we're going to come up. And we did come up, you know. So like I said to you, always wait for that weekly close, be patient, even on the drawbacks. It's all about where you're closing above support and resistance right now. So Bitcoin technically right now is bullish, okay, and we can't ignore that. So we just want to see the follow through. We just want to see consistent closes above the weekly 20 and 55 EMA. So we're going to look at the charts in a minute, but one thing I want to show you is that, you know, a few weeks ago, I think around about 2 months ago, I did say that Bitcoin's in a target 28k. It actually met that yesterday. So, you know, that's come up like a boss. So right now, we're just looking for the follow through. I'm going to show you a technical target I think Bitcoin's in, and obviously the overall macro target I think Bitcoin's in as well, you know, and people are in disbelief. But anyway, aside from that, we're slowly but surely going upstairs. And like I always said to you, the bulls go upstairs and the bears come out the window. So if we can just slowly but surely see this progression up and down, taking out resistance and closing above that, and then obviously fall into that resistance as support in the future, then it's all good, okay? So let's take a look at the charts right now for Bitcoin. So going forward then, on a weekly time frame, I think it's a really important time frame for Bitcoin. Obviously, we're keeping on the monthly as well, which is coming in hot. But right now, we have got 1 week close above the 55 EMA. So what I've done, I've labeled these yellow zones and red zones, okay? So I've calculated that the average time spent in an impulsive move for Bitcoin above the yellow zone, which is a 20-week EMA, is 40 weeks. And the average time above the red zone is 46 weeks. So right now, we've only had 1 week above the red zone. So going forward, we just need to see multiple closes above each zone to remain bullish, okay? And a potential of another impulsive move to the upside for Bitcoin, okay? So at the moment, with this massive uptick that we've gone through for Bitcoin, we are literally 140% away from the all-time high. Now that is not really a big move for Bitcoin, to be honest with you. But anyway, you know, at the minute we've got 11 weeks above the yellow zone, we've got 1 week above the red zone, and right now the average is 40 weeks above the yellow zone and 46 weeks above the red zone. So you pretty much, if you're looking for confirmation statement right now for Bitcoin that it is bullish, then you've just got one yesterday, in the sense that what we've got is the 1 week above the red zone, okay, and you've got another 45 weeks on average to go. So again, nothing I say is financial advice, and the invalidation of this, I'll keep you updated. If we start to lose these zones, is bearish, but at the minute we have to respect the data, and we are looking pretty tasty, providing we can continue to hold these zones, okay? And I'll keep you updated as best as I can. So let's dive into the weekly chart for Bitcoin. So looking at Bitcoin on a weekly time frame, I think what we've got is a beautiful black swan, some kind of big bear trap right there. We've got the data-driven low right there. We're coming up, boom, black swan, throw back into the pattern, consolidation, you know, price compression leading to expansion, and right now we're popping, we're breaking. So I think that what we've got is a technical target just there for Bitcoin, which is this swing low, which is a technical target of an ascending triangle, which is what I think Bitcoin was trying to forge from this data-driven low last year, coming up, looking to round off. At this point here, looking to get through the EMAs, and we broke down with the DXY at the same time with the FTX fallout. So I think that that's a black swan, some kind of bear trap right now, and it should be ignored, to be honest with you. I think that that is a true data bottom, and I've gone through this with you before. So right now, Bitcoin's breaking out, and I think you're looking at that technical target just there of this ascending triangle. So again, if Bitcoin starts to run into this and falls back, that's a sweet spot to enter. But if it starts to break this and holds its support and goes, you really are taking off here for Bitcoin. But in time, because of this break of this resistance just there, this ascending triangle, I do think you will be looking at that in time. So if we do take off here and we start to come back in a big crash, then I would anticipate that that neckline just there will be back tested in time, okay? So I would personally like to see it get back tested relatively soon, just to confirm that resistance, okay, as support going forward. So we'll keep an eye on it. If there is a big crash, if there is a big correction anytime soon, then that for me will be a sweet spot. Now remember, a really bearish statement for Bitcoin will be losing the EMAs from this point, okay? That's bearish. It's not doing it yet, so we have to project to the upside. So we're looking for the projection to the upside of the ascending triangle. This is just some kind of bear trap. You've had to throw back into the resistance. You've got the confirmed neckline of the resistance and confirmed trend line of support. Like I said to you the other week, there's your resistance. You fall back to the neckline support. You're confirming its support. So right now you're in a technical break target of an ascending triangle to this leg of resistance just here for Bitcoin, okay? So where am I looking to sell my Bitcoin? If we are indeed bullish, okay, and the data is true, this was your true bottom. You come up, you had your black swan, you throw back. Right now it's your bear trap, okay? And that was your data-driven bottom, which a lot of the altcoins are still ringing true on that data. Ethereum, BNB, BNB, Chainlink, XRP, they're all still ringing true on that particular data-driven bottom right now. Okay, so if that is indeed the data-driven bottom and this was a black swan, then where am I looking to sell? Well, it's really, really simple. Okay, it's data, not emotion. We can use the Fibonacci to try and guide us, but one thing I'm looking at right now is, and it's the same reason here, I was projecting that low just there, and I'll show you on the 5-day time frame for Bitcoin, and this is how I was able to pinpoint that specific day as well, the 18th of June, remember, 2022, the 18th of June, I was telling you that I think Bitcoin's going to capitulate, and that's a good little entry point for you right there. Okay, and so far, aside from this black swan, it is actually a good entry point, because look where Bitcoin is. But aside from that, this was something we was anticipating on the channel, because it obviously equally what we got is the weekly death cross just there. Okay, we got the death cross, so we was looking at capitulation. Equally on the 5-day time frame, what we did get as well on the Gaussian channel, and this is something I kept relaying to you on the whole way here, got support, 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 support. I said to you, as soon as you close below the Gaussian channel on the 5-day time frame, you're looking at capitulation. So we was looking at data and any indicators we could find to pinpoint that specific bottom, and it was, if we take a look at this, it was the Bitcoin super cycle, an amazing indicator. Look at that, the pinpoint bottom. So from there it created the cycle top, which is what I think the top was personally. This is some kind of ABC correction coming back down, and then what it's done right now, it pinpointed the cycle bottom in my opinion. And what we did here, we had this sort of throwback back into the pattern of an ascending triangle. So right now we really are getting in one with the show, and we've got this big monster reversal pattern. So all we're going to do is kick back, relax, let Bitcoin does what it do. Don't get carried away with emotion and people saying this, that and the other, whatever, 200k, 400k, whatever, 4k, blah blah blah. Let's just kick back, relax and rely on the data, because this particular signal, this particular indicator has been absolutely knob on, hasn't it? Look at that top, bottom. Aside from the black swan and the bear trap, it's been pretty accurate, and this is something I was relaying to you. It's got the beautiful top just there and the beautiful bottom just there as well. So data, not emotion. So right now what we're looking for is for Bitcoin to just keep coming up, and then we're looking for a golden cross up there on the certain moving averages of this particular indicator, which I will go into detail with you. But at that point, when we do get that, we'll print a cycle top, and that's where you get out basically for Bitcoin. So all I can say is enjoy the show, enjoy the ride. Thank you for support. Keep supporting the channel. Keep liking the videos and sharing the videos. But that's where I'm looking to sell. I'm just going to sell on data, okay, not emotion. Take care everyone. Back to another update on Bitcoin. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Bye bye.